And then there's Amazon tumbling in the pre-market after missing on Q3 revenue, projecting weaker holiday sales for the current quarter, Jim. And as normal, their range is pretty wide on the quarter.
Right. Look, there's no doubt about it. Amazon did not deliver anywhere near what people thought. What I was trying to do last night, David, I didn't understand, trying to figure out how to value things. I mean, Amazon Web Services, let's say it's doing $80 billion. It's got $80 billion. If you give it, say, a 10 multiple, maybe that's just random, but you give it a 10 multiple. Now you look at the new Amazon with a market cap that's dramatically lower, and you say, well, wait a second. I'm getting pretty much the rest of the company for very little money. The ad business was very, very strong. No one disputes that.
Yep. Retail was not bad.
Retail was not bad. The projections, I think, reflect maybe that some of their customers aren't doing that well. They're giving them some breaks. How about that?
But what do we make of the slowdown in growth at Amazon Web Services? Is it because of continued and increasing competition from the likes of Google and Azure and others, or is it a reflection of a slowdown in the overall economy?
I think it's the latter. I think it's reflection, and that I think that customers themselves are hurt. I think that one of the things that's happening, things are happening with such a great speed. We should have realized, of course, when the Fed raises rates with such great speed that narrative changes quickly. But I think some of the customers are saying, listen, we need a little break here.
Just let's step back. Let's not commit.
Yeah. And I think that, to me, Andy Jassy, who is, I think, getting a little bad rap here, I think Andy Jassy is going to take care of the situation.
Right.
Now, it's very difficult to say that there's one person who can come in and take care of it, but Jassy's going to take the top. He knows how to fire. He knows how to right the ship. But I do think that Amazon Web Services is now undervalued within the business.
You do. I mean, as you said, $82 billion run rate on sales.
But maybe again, is the 10 multiple wrong?
8% year over year. That excludes foreign exchange impact.
Right. I mean, you got $1 billion. You know, you have a company that's valued at $1 trillion, and you've got this thing you could value at $830 billion. So is the rest of it worth 170? That's all it's worth?
Right. I mean, it would seem like that might very well be the case.
Right. Apple's interesting. More interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to point out to Carl as well, to your point, Jim, they did say during the call that, they've seen an uptick in customers for Amazon Web Services who are focused on controlling costs.
Right.
Which is what you might anticipate in an environment like this.
I think everybody's skittish. Look, I didn't think Amazon. When you give a forecast to your Amazon, you're going to be very wide in what you do. I think that what you want to think about is Amazon next year, and Jassy riding the ship, and really, unfortunately, they're very overstaffed still. See, I had thought that they had made cuts that were meaningful. Maybe they're just in the wrong place, David. You know that they have far too much staff for this moment.
Sorry,
they have far too much staff.
Staff, yes.
The costs are way out of whack.
Well, Carl, Amazon hired more people in the quarters during the pandemic than we've ever seen a corporation in history hire.
And they hire the army. They have to let people go. The war's over.
Well, one notion that's being talked about this morning is that AWS grew out of a surfeit of startups when money was cheap. Yeah, and then that obviously is not going to continue to happen at the same pace.
I actually agree with that to some degree. I also think that there are a lot of companies that are just not doing that well and saying, listen, we need a break here. But the startup cause, that's like a new cause and effect, that yes. But remember, I mean, you're not getting the stock at the top. I guess I want to make a case for this company as a longer-term winner, but not something you can just say tomorrow's going to win. I think Jassy's going to make a series of very smart moves that will make you feel that the costs are back in line. And the costs are just out of whack. And you can do something about that because demand's not out of whack, except for some Amazon Web customers. The actual company of Amazon has great demand, but they are really overstaffed.